Siri_bot said, Siri_bot is here. Saribo arrive. A 90-second ad break is starting. Thank you for sticking with us through this break. Saribo Arrive ads help support my content. Consider subscribing to remove ads and support the stream.
Stay informed about current events and issues, and be an engaged and informed citizen.
The ad break is finishing now. Saribo Arrive.
Well, I still got my. I did the same thing I did yesterday. It was actually pretty good. Oh yeah. Probably plug things in too. Don't want to overheat. I really hope I get my GoPro back soon. '52 stream streak. Did I miss anything here? Little Eddie. How you doing, man? Welcome in. So I should have all my TTS up now. I think everything should be working. I didn't bring my tablet, so I've got my. So it's 3:21. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday, which is just cardio today or this morning. We got legs this afternoon. Ooh, ah. Got an incline of 7. And we're walking 2.8. I don't know if that's miles per hour or what. I think so. Yeah, it's got to be. I'm going to do 15 minutes on here, 15 minutes on the elliptical. Maybe we'll do more on the elliptical today. And then I think maybe that we'll see. No, 30 minutes on the bike. Maybe we should just do 20 minutes on everything. 20 minutes. How's everybody doing? How's the week? That shit makes me batshit crazy. All right, I think that should work. Felt like my voice was just as loud as the music. Soon I shall have the GoPro back. And hopefully Wi-Fi is working good on it. And there's no reason why it shouldn't work just like this phone. You know? None. 10 minutes. We got 76 calories. Is that what I see? Yeah, 77. Mm, 12 minutes. 8 more minutes on here. Let's go up a little bit more. I got my incline at 8. Pretty decent. I think I don't know what it goes up to. 15. Jesus. All right. Just 12.
Zero Fire said, 5 incher today
Zero.
Kappa.
What's going on?
Yeah.
5 incher. Yeah. No, I may shut off the TTS on the
Cardio
screen while I'm
morning.
here because I have TTS in my ear. Sometimes it talks over itself. Yeah, I've been not having enough time in the in the mornings to do the workouts. I've been having to like give up stretching and cool down in order to just rush through. It's either like, I mean, I fucking wake up at 1:50. How, you know, how much earlier is a person supposed to wake up?
Ah.
So, I mean, I got to get like I have to be done here by like 5, right? Like 5:15 at the very fucking latest. And if that's the case, like I need to be like in my car and head home at that time. And it just it kind of sucks sometimes because like, okay, well shit, I have to rush through my workout and I'm done later. I'm out. Peace. It's like if I do this in the afternoon, then when I'm done working out, I don't have to be rushed,
Did
right?
Eagle
I
get
can
his
like
computer problem
chill
sorted
out,
yesterday?
stretch, and make sure. I mean, I don't think so. I think the cheapest option for him is to buy a monitor. That's what I think I told him this a long time ago too. See, here's what he told me happened. He told me originally what I'm remembering is I remember he said he went to work one day and he came home and his laptop
Danabot27
was
said,
moved
"Hello, how's you? I
and
just
the
had
screen
some
was broken.
Wensleydale cheese."
Okay. So
0 Fire said,
because
the monitor
because
solution
they
is
thought
probably the
something
cheapest
happened
way
to
to
it and
fix the
somebody broke
problem.
it or something. I I don't know what happened. And he didn't know. So he thought somebody broke it and didn't say. So they went in and took it into Costco and went in to get the warranty or whatever. And they said, well, we can't replace this. It doesn't cover this kind of damage because you did it. So the warranty doesn't cover it. So they paid to get it fixed. And then he fell asleep with the laptop on his bed and woke up and the screen was broken. So he didn't know if he hit it in the middle of the night or something like that, right? This is what he told me originally. And so after the second time, he didn't have the money to fix it again.
This
And
is
so
why
he
you have
didn't.
a desk or something for your
But it's like
laptops.
a really decent laptop. It's got a nice, like, a better graphics card. It's got a better graphics card than my fucking computer, It's a beast computer that he got. And he doesn't want to fix it or find a solution. He's looking at buying a lesser PC because he doesn't want to fix it. Right? It doesn't make any sense. He's not thinking about it the right way. He needs to fix what he has because it's the best option for him
Siri
or figure out
underscore
a
bot
solution
said,
with it.
a 90-second ad
Honestly,
break is starting.
he's not going to be able to
Thank you
find.
for sticking with us through this break.
The price of
Saribo
things are
Arrive
going
ads
up.
help support my content. Consider subscribing to remove ads and support the
You seen the
stream.
price of graphics cards lately? Holy shit.
Find healthy outlets for your emotions, such as art, music, or writing.
Graphics cards are so fucking expensive right now. All right, we're going to switch to the elliptical. Dude, chat's been a marble mania, snagging the first 28 times this month. I think it's.
Zero Fire said,
I need to
the way the
remove that
TDS said art sounded like it
and
said
just be
ass.
like, yeah, it can be manipulated sometimes. Sometimes it says some weird shit. Yeah. What did you just say, Robo? Mm.
Ass, music, and writing does help with stress kappa.
Practice active listening, and give others the space to share their thoughts and feelings.
Siri_bot said,
Yeah.
the ad break is finishing now.
I
Saribo
always
arrive.
thought, I always thought that I wasn't a very good writer. And then, like, when I took my writing class in college, I actually did really, really good. And kind of like gave me a new perspective on writing and stuff. All right. All right.
Danabot27 said, I good weed it's good can't work out what grade though.
Maine I got, dude. Huh. What do you mean, what grade?
Smells like grassy lemons.
We just have weed. Like the strains.
Bit gassy too.
Am I putting myself in chat? I am. Dude.
Yeah, the strain.
All right. Like as to indica
Zero Fire
sativa.
said, my mom has some of the dankiest weed lul when she
I don't
smokes
really
I
know
can
how you
smell it
tell the
on the other
difference
side of the
after
damn house.
picking. Oh man. Every time I go into the dispensary here in town, when I come out, I smell it all over my clothes. Sometimes in the summer, like in the rain, in the winter, you can't really smell the outside smells because the rain. But like on a crisp day or something when it's not raining, you can. And in the summertime, like in the spring, oh man, you go in there, or sometimes when they'll just get like a fresh delivery. It was like one time somebody came in, he had two big bags. And it was just like, I held the door for him. I'm like, come on in. It's like, oh,
I swear this song sounds so Nickelback
like
lul.
people, it's so weird, like,
Danabot27 said, oh I don't even know which is better indica or sativa.
I mean,
Which is make which is female.
neither is better. It's just they have different properties, bro. So like, here's how I say it. Here's how it's kind of Inda puts you into couch, and sativa is going to be more of the upper. You know,
Which is make which is
in
female.
certain people, one strain will actually elevate the heart rate, and the other will lower it. Oh, female, no, that's the thing. Duh.
Electric Nuts said,
You need to separate the
Electrify
male and the
92
females.
Highbury body.
Otherwise, you what? Yeah, you need
Zero
the
Fire
female
said,
plants.
Zero
You need the
Fire
female
said,
plants.
sucks I can't do THC.
Yeah,
Danabot27 said, male I
male is
mean.
garbage, bro. Or maybe it's because
Which is male or
they have
female?
seeds, and you don't want seeds. And one won't get you high,
At Z3R0 for 3
which is
why's that?
male or female. You usually have a mother plant, bro. Like, and so like your buds come from female plants. Male plants are like ruin your fucking crops.
Zero Fire said, at Danabot27 I get
You don't
paranoid
want
like
them.
crazy.
They doesn't really exist. We want the female plants, man.
Danabot27 said, at Z3R0 for 3 oh okay what about CBD?
Look, dude, seriously, ask RoboPsycho with the ask
Zero
command.
Fire said,
Ask him
at
what the difference between a
Danabot27
male
yeah,
and
I
female plant
strictly do
is.
CBD.
Do it. I want to see. Exclamation point, ask. What's the difference between a male and female plant? Don't specify marijuana. Just say plant.
Danabot27 said,
If you
at
say
Z3R0 for 3
you
fair
have to
enough
like
you from UK or USA.
Zero Fire said, at Danabot27 US.
Danabot27 said, okay.
uh-oh.
At Z3R0 for
What did I
3
just
try
do?
dry sift pollen. As CBD still some serious stuff.
I'm gonna turn you guys down a little bit. All right. I love this song. It's a good one. Mm. Wow. Yeah, baby. I'm a little bit behind, as you can see. So no, CBD is not some
Zero
serious
Fire
stuff.
said, I have some
Okay,
CBD gummies that are
CBD
28
does not get you
milligrams. They
high.
work pretty good with giving me a good calm and helping my IBS problems.
Yeah,
Stay true to your
that's
authentic
what
self,
it's for.
even when others try to
Not to
change
get you
or
high.
influence you.
If you CBD will not get you high. Kids can take it. Like it's not. It's nothing, dude. It's a medical thing. It's good for you. It helps with recovery. It helps in a lot of ways. Look here. Here's a fun fact. Okay, let me pause my fucking stream. Okay, here's a fun fact. All right, now whether you want to believe this shit or not, data is data. Okay, you know, during the time, I don't know exactly the dates here, and I can't remember. I'm a stoner. But when all the propaganda was going around about weed and devil's lettuce and this and that, right? Hemp was largely the product that cattle ate, the produce, the feed for our cattle, our pigs. our chickens, our fucking animals, our livestock, they ate hemp, which is high in CBD, right? So it gets in their meat, it gets in their, of course, there's a lot more problems that build up to the overall point of what I'm getting at here. Anyway, not to get distracted, we're talking about herb. So when it started to become illegal, they started to make it something that you couldn't even feed to your crops. Now, why was hemp such a problem? Well, let me see. Because the paper industry was more intertwined with our government and had more government backing, and lumber and paper and this and that, and industrialization right around the corner. So hemp was something that was kind of like a more natural alternative, right? Like, and it was threatening paper, it was threatening ropes, it was threatening this industry. And so, they wanted it fucking gone. So propaganda it was, similar to so many other times throughout US history where propaganda has been weaponized to create something to look evil when it's not. Now, just open your eyes right now and look around. It's all over the fucking place. Anyway, so cattle, livestock stopped eating hemp, switched over to grains, which don't have CBDs. And guess what? Started to trigger this rise started to happen around this time
Danabot27 said,
of
can't you
cancer
make rope out of it though?
going to the fucking roof, right? So yeah, you can make rope out of it. You can make all kinds of shit out of it, dude. It's like when you so the two different plants have different characteristics, right? I'm not sure which one's which. One is hollow, one is solid. The one that's hollow is rigid and strong. The one that's solid is soft and fibery, right? So when you crossbreed the two, you get a stronger, solid plant. And when you think about it like this, dude, hemp, cannabis can grow like 12 feet tall. I mean, dude, they can have some thick stalks on them, bro. So I mean, and they grow like fucking weeds, right? With the proper care, and then this can be done outdoors, right? If your goal is not to get bud and your goal is to increase the size, then give them shitloads of fertilizer, right? Crank it. I mean, like, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to increase the size of a plant. And these are resilient fucking plants. Pot plants are resilient, dude. They grow in the ditches on the side of the fucking highway in Texas. Like, yeah, they can grow anywhere. So, absolutely, they put a big threat. The paper industry, ropes, those kind of things, which were heavily in use. And, look at the damage that we've done to the forests here in the US because, and it's just now, and when you take data, the rise of this and that, and lay it over the top of, you know, the weed illegalization and stuff, then you can see an instant tick in cancer rising the instant that weed was taken away from our feeding source for our livestock, right? I mean, yeah, okay. Just one little fun factoid, right? You can take it for what you will, but I mean, look it up, research. I strongly encourage self research. Don't take my word for it, you know, find the answer on your own. Hey, I have AI connected to the chat. You can always type in exclamation point ask and ask a fucking question. While he is kind of a stoner and thinks he has gardens and shit all over Oregon, he does still try to keep things accurate. So he just makes it fun. But there's tons of AIs out there. Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Cloud, all of which can be a great tool to learn things, and you can even get links and sources to back up what they're saying. So, I mean, it's your job to make sure that the information you're getting is correct and accurate, not mine. It's my job to make sure that the information that you tell me is correct and accurate, if I give a fuck. You see what I mean? And if I find that your information is inaccurate, well, I mean, it doesn't really mean shit, does it? Because there's arguments to prove both ways in just about every situation. So that's about all I'll say. But weed was definitely, you know, made illegal for way more reasons than I mean, we can drink, we can smoke cigarettes. You know, why can we not smoke pot? Like, what's the problem? You know what I mean? The chemicals that they put in cigarettes, I think probably you couldn't even get your hands on half of them as a civilian. You know, if you tried to go and buy those chemicals, somebody would probably it would raise some red flags. You know, but they allow us to buy the cigarettes and smoke them. Why is that? You know, why can we drink when we know that drinking fucking puts us in a fucking stupor for 8 to 12 fucking hours that we could potentially kill somebody. I mean, I go smoke a bowl or take a dab, and worst that happens is I pass the fuck out. You know, I get a little paranoid because oh my god, you know, feel like my heart's racing because it's my first time. And like, an hour later it's over, right? 2 hours later it's gone. And in which time you can still function. I mean, if I look at all the facts and I were to just logically lay them out on a table, be like, okay, let's look at pot and let's look at alcohol. Let's look at how alcohol damages the body. Let's look at how pot damages the body. Now let's look at risks to other people. Risks to other people. Risks
Zero
to
Fire said,
myself.
LUL, I don't know
Risks
about you,
to
but the
myself.
paranoia feels like it's
And if you
longer
were
than
to
an
put
hour.
them all out, I don't get paranoid. But yeah, I think that's part of being paranoid, isn't it? Like, maybe as time stretches, feels longer than it is. I don't know. I mean, have you time? Maybe it does. An hour or
Yeah.
two, right? I think like 4 hours would be extremely pushing it, right? And you would probably have to be a real lightweight or have a very negative effect and like reaction to THC or something or other. Like it seems like you kind of have a pretty bad reaction to it, right?
Danabot27
Like what
said,
happens when you
you
take
bot
it?
actually knew something
You
about
just
it lol.
what does it do to you?
Zero Fire said, oh, believe me, I'm a huge lightweight
Oh, did you
LUL.
ask him? Okay.
Danabot27 said, they did what now?
Okay, I was just thinking about this on my last hike in the Columbia River Gorge. You know how we always talking about getting our protein from clean sources. Well, traditional cheese is usually made from cow's milk, but it can also be made from sheep's or goat's milk. It's like how your muscles are built from a balance of macros, bro. Carbs, proteins, and fats work in harmony. Now, the actual process of making cheese involves heating up that milk with some enzymes to curdle it. Then you got your way and casing
Nah,
separate.
not that the
It's
WW2
like,
question.
way, I'm on a long run and my legs start breaking down. They're just getting rearranged for better performance. You feel me? Anyway, the curds are pressed and shaped into blocks or wheels. And that's key. Ooh, didn't somebody do that one time? Yeah, it is actually quite an interesting little bot. Taylor, how are you? Welcome. How's your week going? We're gonna switch over to the bike here in just a minute. Oh, what did it say about those little spliffing things? Killing me with that. Wait, what was the question? World War II was one in every 200 Lucky Strike cigarettes. You're killing me with that question. All right. So I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Lucky Strike Zippo promotion during World War II. It seems some smokers might have thought, hey, why not roll up that cigarette and get a buzz on? They'd take one in every 20 or 200, I think it was, and turn it into a spliff. Not exactly the most conventional way to unwind, but hey, desperate times call for creative measures, right? That's crazy. How would they distribute these to people that needed them? Like, do they just do this and like you'd be the lucky? You're like, oh man, give me a smoke, bro. My last lucky strike, bro. Maybe this is the one.
So they
Fucking
would get
rain
high on a
pouring down,
cigarette.
bullets flying overhead.
Basically.
I mean, dude, in that situation, I'd be like, damn, and Storm, nah, that would be, dude, that was a brutal fucking war, bro. I mean, all of them are. There's not a war that's fought that isn't brutal. But I feel like what's happening in Ukraine is, I mean, aside from the aerial drones and all the aerial stuff, the warfare that's happening over there is extremely savage too, man. Those drones, oh, they're scary. So much close quarters combat happening over there too. It's crazy. All right, our 20 minutes is up. We're going on the bike. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna wipe this down. So yesterday I burnt over 1,700 calories in my workouts. So that was like close to 600 in the morning. Which I don't know if we're gonna hit that this today. I'm pretty wiped. My fucking energy levels are. We got legs today too, so I'm trying to kind of not go as hard as I did yesterday morning. Okay. I want to see something real quick. I didn't weigh myself today. I'm gonna hop on this scale here, see what I'm 203. I probably before I drank everything and all this stuff I drank this morning, it might have been like 201 and a half. I don't know.
Zero Fire said, LUL, I wish I was 203.
I don't know. I drink a lot of water in the morning. That cardio in. You know, I mean, I know this is something like, I don't know. Whenever I tell my wife I'm broke, she just looks at me like I'm funny. Like, yeah, right. But jump rope is really a good one. Uh, I enjoy jump rope. I mean, if that's something that you can do, it doesn't bother you. I mean, it's a great exercise, you know, a little 30-second spurts, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, you know. If you're feeling really up for it, you can go for the 1 minute, or 1 minute, 2 minute, you know, something like that. Even if
I've always
like,
been horrible at
even if
jumping
you
rope.
can't make
LUL.
the full 1 minute, like if you rest, you can rest. Yeah, but they're cheap and it's an easy thing
But I
to,
got a
you
stationary
know,
bike.
learn. Like, I'm not great, but
So, that helps.
there you go. Stationary bike. Hmm.
Learn to deal with conflicts and disagreements in a
Is it
constructive
a
and
decent bike?
respectful way.
What kind of bike do you have? I ended up getting mine at a real good deal. Like, the
Danabot27
one that I
said,
have,
I'm installing Saints Row
I have an
wouldn't work on my old TV.
IC5.
Cuz.
Mm, it wouldn't work, huh? Would it work on your old TV?
Zero Fire said, mine is a $200 or so bike from Amazon.
Yeah. Well, as long as it works for you and does a good job. Hell yeah. I ended up getting mine for 400. Yeah, 400. And I got a super good deal. The store got 5 of these things. And I wish that I could have just like bought them all, because I would have bought them all and I would have resold them. Because
Danabot27 said,
the
my
bikes,
old TV was 4K but that was
IC5,
only the
I mean, I
resolution,
think if
not
you look it up
everything
right
else.
now, they're like anywhere from like
Zero Fire said, I just need to be a boot in my
800
ass
or
and get
something to
motivated.
$1,200. So
Get not be asterisk.
Danabot27 said, it was only like
it
200.
was 4K, but that was only the resolution, not everything. Oh yeah, like, yeah, TVs are pretty cheap now.
Siri
I was
underscore
actually
bot
reading
said,
this thing.
a 90-second
Um,
ad break is starting.
you know,
Thank you for sticking with us through this break.
I was reading
Cerebol ads help support my content.
this thing
Consider
about
subscribing to remove ads and
a
support the
TV.
stream.
I can't remember what TV it was, but
Learn to forgive yourself, and let go of
a
past
TV
regrets
that
and
they sell at
mistakes.
Walmart, right?
Danabot27 said,
And I think,
my
okay,
new
well,
TV is a
this is
smart
just one
4K with all
example.
the LED
This
etc.
is
with it.
definitely being utilized in more places. So this TV at Walmart, really, really cheap, right? A smart TV, great deal, super cheap, takes your data. Like, it's like, that's what it's for. It's literally like they made a cheap TV that just like takes your fucking data, takes your data, takes your data, all your shit. Anything that they can legally
I
consume and
gotta
take
put
from you,
my
they
phone
will.
on charge, so we'll give you a little
Right?
lurk.
Because they're trying to expand this list, right,
Zero Fire said, Sour PLS back in
of
black.
things that they can take it from us, right?
Danabot27 said,
So
and play COD.
sometimes the cheap things come with some shit. but it just makes you think, you know, you're like,
Siri_bot
hmm.
said, the ad break is
Wonder what the
finishing now.
manufacturer is. I can't remember.
Cerebral
My
love.
wife showed me the story. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. He was watching it. I mean, I don't doubt it for a second. You know, I mean, them taking consumer data is nothing new, right? Like, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that they can scrape from us legally that we couldn't actually sue about, and then they can do things with that. You know, I like what? I have no idea, but there's methods that they use to make money off our shit. You know, off all the things that we purchase and buy, all the things that we look at, you know, creating a marketing profile that they could then sell to marketers for targeted campaigns to try and increase profit and revenue or run scams or whatever, right? I mean, selling the data is one thing. What the buyer uses the data for is where it gets shady, you know, like, and the fact that they don't care, it's like, you know, and they know that a lot of the data is getting used for malicious ways just feeds into the problem, right? And then they act like it's something when it's all been started from here, you know. Consumer data collection is largely historically a US company thing. In fact, starting with Sears Roebuck when they did their catalogs, and according to Adventure Seeker, even prior to that, or some other type of thing, right? Like, so, I mean, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it, you know, but it's this thing that started with, you know, intentions of good and being able to provide people with stuff because America is so vast and so huge. And how do we, as a company like Sears, be able to get out there? Ah, United States Postal Service, mailers. Well, let's do some mailer ads, right? And then junk mail started to become a big thing, right? And then people were like, well, we need to figure out ways to improve profits. Okay, well, this is, you know, sly little people come in and, you know, start changing the corporate game, making it more cutthroat rather
Zero
than
Fire
helping
said,
people,
I miss the days of
tricking
Sears and
people,
J.C. Penney
right?
catalogs.
And you have this big massive shift. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, right? It was like, it was a decent thing in the beginning. Now it's a consumer nightmare and people don't even want to do anything anymore. But the thing is like, you have been having your data collected since back in these fucking days. I mean, I'm 42 years old, okay? I've seen my fair share of Sears and Roebuck stores. Not, you know, I mean, we went to Sears quite a bit when I was a kid, and there were catalogs that we would get on like a monthly basis, you know, weekly sometimes, so local stores and ads. And I mean, it still happens, you know, you get the newspaper usually loaded with local ads, right? I mean, you know, these guys are just doing a different way, you know, like they're okay, the newspaper company now takes our subscription, and then other companies make deals with the newspaper to run their ads, right? It's all about profit and marketing, right? You know, is if you're smart, you'll look at and analyze who's reading the paper, what kind of people. So, what kind of ads do we need to put in there? Does this ad work? No, probably not. This one's more for social media, right? Like, you know, so there's so many different ways nowadays to like advertise a campaign that you know, it's just, I mean, it's just become this monstrous thing that nobody trusts anymore. So what'd you guys think about President Elon, though? You guys like that speech in the Oval Office, him and his son? That was pretty cool, huh? Trump just sat there the whole fucking time. I mean, I'm the president, but you
I
guys
once
need to listen
subscribed
to
to a
this
data
man.
deletion company. You
Take it away,
subscribe to
Elon.
them and they go and scrub your data from AD services online. They took me off of about 50 companies.
Yeah.
Fernando said, waves hello
Yep.
asterisk.
Yeah, it's kind of hmm there's a lot of places like that, you know, like email cleaners that'll help you like fucking filter through and clean your emails and junk and shit like that. And, most of them, again, I mean, okay, so it's kind of a double-edged sword because okay, now we're, you know, are they doing the same thing? Because I
Zero
have to go
Fire
in and I have
said,
to create an
though,
account and I have to
some
do this and that,
companies were like,
which
"You're
then
not
again
from
creates an extra
California,
additional
we're not
vulnerability,
listening to
right?
your ass."
uh,
Danabot27 said, my headset battery needs charge so can't
this
play
whole
right now.
entire thing, I've been like avoiding like Super Bowl political bullshit, you know. And it's like the first thing that somebody said to me yesterday was like this lady at work who's a Trump supporter who is all over Facebook and has, you know, been busted by her boyfriend multiple times showing him AI videos. She tells us about it. She tells us, she's like, "Oh, I saw this video on Facebook and it was so pretty." And I showed my boyfriend and he's like, "Yeah, that's AI." and and so one of the first things she told me, she's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift was all crying because they booed her at the Super Bowl."
Zero
Like,
Fire said, "I just don't understand how they don't notice AI shit lol."
I'm like, "Wait, did I go, hold on, did you hear that on Facebook?" She's like, "Yeah, it was the first thing on my Facebook feed this morning." I'm like, "Ah, typical." It's like, I mean, you know, the feud between Trump and Taylor is no new thing. Trump hates her. He fucking hates her because she endorsed Kamala. He said it. I mean, I don't have to even put words in his
Her
mouth.
man is a Trumpy.
So, it, it, I mean, it's just, you know, whether or not she got booed, she didn't cry. I'll say there was some boos there, but she laughed. she, she didn't cry. And you know what? Who cares? Like, isn't her fucking boyfriend on the Chiefs? Like, right? Isn't he? Isn't he on the Chiefs? I don't even know. Like, see, this is how disconnected from it all I am. How little I give a shit. Like,
I
I
was
just
happy
know that
his
she's got
team
a football
lost.
player boyfriend,
Dude walked into the locker room
and
looking like a redneck
I
Ron
believe he
Burgundy.
plays for the Chiefs. Yeah, he is on the Chiefs. And what was with the halftime show was like this. Kendrick Lamar had like zero energy behind his performance, right? Like, first off, I couldn't understand a word of it because the audio was like really bad. And he was like spitting into the microphone, not in a good way. So I couldn't understand anything he was saying other than a few words. And his energy was just like, it was non existent. It was like the worst halftime performance I've ever seen. I hated it. I watched it. We watched it later that night, and me and my wife were both like, "Are you serious?
The
Like,
whole thing was a diss on Drake.
how was this? Hmm. Is that what it was? I mean, motherfuckers need to keep their fuse to themselves and be performers, you know?
And a somewhat political
Because I don't
statement.
even understand. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hearing, but it wasn't very clear. I mean, it would have helped if we could have heard the words he was saying. Like, I literally couldn't understand it in the video that I watched because it was too like poppy and spitty, you know? It was like not the it was the audio that they had. The microphone
I
was
was
just
watching it and
not
was like,
set
I'm
right
too
or
white
something.
girl to understand the statement here.
Ugh. I didn't really get it either. I guess maybe.
LMAO.
Oh well. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Oh man, I'm gonna stretch in like 4 minutes. We'll have done an hour of cardio. What's our calories? 550? We might actually make our 600. Oh, so I figure I burnt around 1,700 calories each day this
Nice.
week in the exercises in the gym. Because it's usually right now, so far, Monday was 1,000, over 1,000, and yesterday was over 1,000. And it was
Fernando
over
said,
600
"You calorie arsonist."
each morning.
Laughing face.
Zero Fire
I
said,
know
now go out and get a Big Mac.
none of them survived.
LMAO.
You know what I've been having for breakfast? I I smoked 2 tri-tip roasts last week on when I did my meal prep afterwards, and then we just took them and stuck them in a pan in a little tray, stuck them in the fridge, and I've been slicing off little pieces of that, and then frying up a couple eggs and some sauerkraut. Mm. Ooh, so good. My high roller meal right there. That's what I call it. No, anyway, so like so here's what happens. When the meat, the very last day the meat can't be sold, at the end of the night or the first thing in the morning, what happens is that we'll go
Sounds
through
good,
and we'll
except the
pull
sorrel route LOL.
everything that either like was supposed to be sold or frozen by sauerkraut. So good. So we take everything that's supposed to be frozen or that's supposed to be frozen or sold by specific date, and then we'll pull it either the night at closing or like the very next morning, like first thing, right? Meat gets pulled and it gets put in the freezer, right? And so it goes straight into the freezer. So it all gets froze. So most of it is like perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't really gone off. It just got frozen at the very last second. So it's perfectly fine to eat. You just need to cook it, right? Unthaw it. So employees, we can buy that for 25% of its last marked price. So mostly what happens is like the stuff will get marked down like 25, 35, 50%, and then so we'll be able to get that for 25%. of that cost. No, I end up getting like a bunch of steaks and stuff like that, and I just stock them in my freezer. Every now and again, too, there we'll get like some kind of thing that has been the weight was wrong because they'll find out that like a scale in the factory was off. So all that meat will have to be like pulled and it can't be sold, or it has to be reweighed. Um, there have been a few times where we've gotten some meat that we weren't supposed to get and it wasn't supposed to be sold. And so it's like this, right? Even though the meat's not bad, instead of selling it because they can't sell it legally, they have to throw it away. Like it's like the company doesn't want it back. They're not going to take it back because shipping raw meat, but the store can't sell it. So in that situation, they do a throwaway, and then we can, as an employee, that's what we can get. So we've gotten a bunch of hamburgers. That mostly happens with the hamburgers. With the hamburger, there's like a brand that we get that every now and again something must happen in their negotiations between their corporate and their, and so they'll take away our capability to be able to sell it for a little bit and then it'll come back. It happens with Coke a lot too. Like Coke will try to raise their prices and grocery outlet will be like, no, not happening. We're not carrying your product anymore. Talk to us later. We'll bring it back when you drop it. Like I don't know what's said, but that's what happens. It's funny. Grocery outlet we get to sell things at crazy prices, man. Like some of the vendors come in there and they're like, wait, you guys can't, how did you guys get this? Because it's their product. And they're like, well, talk to corporate. Apparently we can sell that. And they're like, damn, because it's like way cheaper than theirs, like for example, like Ghost energy drinks, um, bangs, Reigns, these kind of things. Like we're able to get these through like the grocery outlet warehouse. And when we do, the price is usually like 99 cents a can, as opposed to, like 2.29 or, $3, right? So you get it for way, way, way cheap. And so the vendors come in and they'll walk by, the hell? They'll end up buying a bunch because it's a real good deal, even for them. All right, I think we're gonna go stretch now. Just for like, we got like 15 minutes today.
Fernando said, Arizona Tea starts a war with Ghost Energy
I
for
actually got
trying
down
to
here kind of
step on its
early.
99-cent turf.
Yeah, right. That's right. Let's see. I kind of want to maybe use this thing here and stretch my legs. I got legs today. Wondering, that might be too high for that stretch.
Zero Fire said, I got PTSD from those jump boxes. I once missed a jump in high
a little
school and landed on
uncomfortable.
my thigh and got a gnarly bruise. My bitch of a gym teacher told me to walk it off and 3 months later she got a
Oh,
broken ankle from the same box LMAO.
karma. We made one a couple years ago, and I routed all the edges off, so they were round, so everything's round. Because I've just seen too many people peel skin off their shins from missing a jump and all that. So I was like, nah, we're gonna make a safe box. So, just a quarter rounded edge goes a long way, to save your shins if you miss. But I mean, rolling an ankle wouldn't help for that. Even like stuff like this right here, like having my foot on this hard, sharp edge sucks. It fucking hurts. All right.
Yeah, why the hell do they gotta have sharp edges?
Kind of feel like we should maybe go out there. I don't know if this is high enough. I know. I'm gonna go to the Smith machine. I think that's gonna be better. I'm gonna get my leg higher. Melody and I. Okay, that'll definitely work. Oh, socks got a big hole in the top of it. Oh man, I'm hoping I get my GoPro today, but I'm trying to think. Let's see, it was Monday that I shipped it off, I think. Can't remember.
Fernando said, your socks don't have holes. They have ventilation orifices. Laughing face.
Ventilation.
Zero Fire said, LOL.
I usually just throw them away when I notice they have a hole. My kids don't. My kids. and we just have the same socks. You know how hard it is to keep socks? Like I mean, with teenage boys, dude. Like how do I keep my socks from them from their feet? Just doesn't happen. Okay, do it. See, ventilation.
Fernando said, those spots in your socks are just gateways to your
Let me
soul,
go.
of your feet.
If we can go that high.
Impressive
Woo.
flexibility.
I don't know if I'll be able to do this on the other leg. I've always had pretty good flexibility in my hips. I've never really had too many issues other than the fact that this hip likes to pop, but it's never really painful. It just pops. Oh, come on. We got this leg's definitely a little more tight. Mm.
Siri_bot said, a 90-second ad break is starting. Thank you for sticking with us through this break. Cerebro Love ads help support my content. Consider subscribing to remove ads and support the stream.
Take care of your
Oh,
physical surroundings, whether it's your home, workspace, or community.
what should I do now? Dead hang? Let's do it. Oh, my back's
Fernando
cracked.
said, what should you do now? The same thing we do every NGHT, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Pinky in the brain.
Siri_bot said, the ad break is finishing now. Cerebro Love.
Oh, look at. Can you see the? Can you see my calluses? Look at those things, dude. Nasty.
Fernando said, oh, yeah. Do you need
I wear
gloves?
gloves quite a bit.
Zero Fire said, ULUL.
I wear gloves like this hand's not as bad. Like it's not as bad. That one though, like my fingers are all white from hanging. Ah, I'll say my calluses right now on my hands are tame compared to when I was doing construction. When I was in construction, holy fuck, I had bad calluses. They were just, I don't know. I mean, grabbing onto rebar and shit like that all day long, concrete, wood. It's 4:41. We finished really early. Hmm. I guess that's not a bad thing. I don't want to do any more cardio. What are my calories at? Hour and a half. 685. 686. I forgot my tablet, so I can't even like look at my workout this afternoon. I'm pretty sure we're doing what the fuck are we doing? We're doing it's a decent one. 5 exercises, I know that much. Leg press is one of them. I think we have dumbbell Bulgarian split squats. Do we have walking lunges? I can't remember. I don't think we have any squats. Trying to keep it kind of foot friendly. My foot's bothering me. Calf raises. Should take roughly about like 2 hours. I'll probably be in here about noon again, maybe a little later. I don't know. It just depends. Junior has been sick. I'm hoping he goes back. I'm hoping he's goes back to school today. I mean, it sucks because he's wrestling and he's had to miss wrestling practice for 3 days or 2 days. Oh damn! I burnt my arm, and the thing just popped.
Ow.
I like ran my arm across my leg, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like the blister popped, the skin peeled off. Damn it! I think I did it when I was making cookies. Making cookies. I made cookies this weekend. I made some banana bread. Ugh. I was cooking a lot this weekend. Like on Sunday, all I did was cook. I didn't get done cooking until like 3 in the afternoon because I wanted to make banana bread. We had bananas. And they just kept getting blacker and blacker until they were just like
Fernando said,
all black.
gyms should have an
And
exercise
like
boo-boo
none of the
cabinet
hands
where
did it.
people can get
So like I
blister
got rid of
band-aids and
two.
such.
Yeah, they don't have anything like that here. Actually, they do have a little first aid kit. But I don't need it. It's not that bad. There is a first aid kit here though. Nothing I have warrants me using it though. Well, I think I'm gonna get ready to go. Let's see. I don't know who's on this morning, but I've got nothing more to do here. If this is going to be my new schedule, then I might start getting down here a little bit later, like an extra half hour, like 3:30 instead of 3, because I really don't need 2 hours to do an hour-long cardio session. And even if I did want
Bonus
to do like a
sleep.
little bit of stretching, I, I only need like an hour and a half at the most. Yeah, I feel like it make me a little bit closer to a normal person, like somebody who actually gets up on at a normal time.
Pushamasumwait said, at Maria
Then
Nicolin
somebody
most
told me
gyms
yesterday,
do.
like, I feel good. He's like, it feels good to wake up with the rest of the world. And I was like, what do you mean? The, what time does the rest of the world wake up? He's like, I wouldn't know. Push me some weight. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in. I wouldn't know. Why didn't? Well, hold on. Did push me some weight not get a shout out? Why not? That's stupid. Push, how you doing, man? What do you got going on today? I got legs later, dude. I was just running out of time in the mornings, and I kept having to like drop off like a fucking exercise or stretching or something. Fellow gym rats, Kryptonian ain't here for the clout, just to pump you up and change lives. They're dropping workout vlogs like it's hot, keeping it real with a fitness game. It's like natural. It's like nature, man. I can't read, bro. Man, raw, powerful, and good for the soul. So, do you even lift, bro? That's your shout out. That's kind of an interesting one. And like he yells at you at the end, or does he yelling at everybody else? I even lift.
LOL rest day class upset.
Nice, dude. I was actually I'm kind of thinking like I'm kind of in limbo here, and I was trying to think about a good plan, something that would be able to make sure that we're hitting things twice a week. And honestly, what I keep falling back into is just like those classic like Arnold era bodybuilding splits, right? Where you're just like push pull or like daily doubles, something like that, where you're like lifting heavier in the mornings and then like like a lighter type of like just mobility or cardio type focused weightlifting or training session in the afternoon. Uh, no, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to actually focus on with myself too. I feel like I'm pretty well rounded, but I need to figure my squat up. My squats need to come up. My bench press, I think. The one lift that I actually haven't been able to improve on is strict curl. I have been stuck at 115 for like a fucking year, dude. And I just can't like I keep getting better at it. Like it becomes easier each time I try, but like I just can't get that 120. Like I need to go up to like 117 or something. So it's taking me a while. The difficulty of the smaller lifts, right? Like when you're lifting lighter weight at a max level to try to improve, it's hard because our dumbbells here only go for 5 pound increments. So, and yeah, I mean, on a barbell you can only 5 pounds, right? 2.5 on each side is what we got. There's these things called micro gains that are these little clips that like clip on, and they're a 1.25 pound plate, so you could actually make micro adjustments to your stuff. You can use it on barbells or dumbbells, effectively increasing your dumbbells almost by I get what like 3, because you can go in 1.25 pound increments now instead of 5. So 1.25, 2.5, 3 3/4, 5, right? So you have like a whole bigger range that you can now work out with dumbbells, and that would really help with the smaller muscles. It's one of the things I always talk about. Trying to improve lifts on smaller muscle groups is kind of difficult because of the amount of weight that we have to jump and progress, right? Like we can do something, say like 100 reps or 100 pounds, 8 reps comfortably, but can we do 105 or 110? That's like 5 to 10% increase. It's quite a bit, you know. So yeah, it's just whereas like with bench press, if you're working at like 225 pounds, increasing up to 230 is not a problem, right? It's not going to change your capability to be able to do 8 reps. You're probably still going to be able to do your 8 reps. Maybe you won't be able to hit that 8, or maybe you will, but it'll be a struggle. And even if you put 10 pounds extra on, you would probably still be able to come really close to hitting it. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Let's see here. Who can we raid? Oh, Run Dan Run. I think we see our target. I like Run Dan Run. He's a pretty good guy. All right, guys. We're going to raid Run Dan Run today.
Fernando said,
Everybody, I hope you guys
I
have a
hope
good
you have
day.
a super
I'll
day.
be on around, I'm going to say like around noon or something like that. I don't know exactly when, but
Zero Fire said, have a good day.
I gotta get back to my channel. You as well, Zero. Okay, there we go. Okay, I gotta wait 10 seconds and then I can raid. Whew. There's actually some good cardio. 700 calories burned. These extra 44 were done just sitting here talking. Calories from talking. It is true.